Welcome everyone, thanks for joining me, and welcome viewers. This is Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition. I'm Alex Oliver. These are my friends and the amazing players I have in this game. We are in the Homebrew campaign, session 67 at this point, also known as Chapter 6, Episode 5. I guess this will be provisionally titled The Bulette. We are on Monday the 11th of Firemoon. It's 28 days to court. We are underground in the Underdark, as you can see on the map. We are not far from the city of Rockholm. The party came underground here at Dragon's Watch Castle Ruins, where they found the Tree of Elrahar, had a big battle with some Durgar and Steeders alongside the Throne Warden of Rockholm. They then travelled to Rockholm, made it to the church, where they defended the church against an assault from more. Oh no, for this time from the Drow and their allies, and they've been sent on a mission to kill the Slayer and retrieve the Axe of Barak Thram. He's said to be somewhere around the area of Karan Turwaka, or Bluewater, an old, long abandoned Durgar settlement that's now being reused as a military outpost for the Durgar and the Drow in the war against Rockholm. The party is about halfway between Rockholm and Karan Turwaka, where we last left them. They were fighting with some Drow slavers and their Durgar allies with Steeders, who were overseeing some Snurfneblin slaves. I'll change the map now. Right at the end of the last session, just when everything was going really swimmingly and the group was winning the battle, right at the very end of the round, on the 18 there, you can see an initiative, a giant Bulette burst through the ground, jumped in the air, landed on one Snurfneblin, completely crushed it into jam, and then it's went boom, and its giant maw has just completely closed over another Snurfneblin, and he's made a snack of him. So we find ourselves mid-combat. We're on about round 3 or 4, I think, judging by Eleonora and Dara's spells. And we have just finished with the Bulette's turn, so we go into the start of the next round. Guys, hello, thanks for joining me for a game tonight. So, you are right at the top of a round. You are at the point where if you are changing your initiative, you decide what you're doing just now. I reminded myself of a few things that are going on. Kiara's orange dot means that she is currently blinded. Now, in the previous session, Kiara, I said that I would change the -4 to a -3 when holding onto the bear. For your blinded, you've got all your attacks are at -4 when blind. I said if you hang onto the bear, I'd give you a -3. I thought about it in between sessions, and I thought because of your extra level of familiarity with the bear, I'm going to be the kind GM and change that to -2, and actually half your penalty when you are holding on to the bear. So if you are touching the bear, that -4 becomes -2.
What's the penalty for though? -4 on what?
-4 on attacks. It's -4 on attacks, and people have +4 to hit you as well. The blue and
What about something that I don't need to fucking see for? What if I just shoot off magic missile?
Magic missile, we talked about this. Magic missile, you must see the target because it never misses. All you have to do to hit somebody with magic missile is see them. It's one of your spells that you can't cast blind. Fireball, lightning bolt, flaming hands, all these things you can cast.
Why can you not cast lightning bolt?
You can cast that blind.
Alright, that's what I was at. Alright.
Magic missile you can't. A lot of other ones you can. Magic missile you can't because you have to see. Lightning bolt, actually maybe not, because you have to see the point where it starts from. So maybe not lightning bolt actually. You could just cast it for 30 feet in front of you though. You can blindly cast it, I guess. Yeah, I guess you could. I'd say she could blindly cast.
I think I'd rather you didn't.
If someone was giving her instructions, I would let her cast it, and then I would roll a dice. to adjust where it lands according to
Yeah.
like a degree of something. So I would do like a directional dice and then maybe a 1d3 for how many squares in that direction it starts from, and randomise it a little bit for the blindness. But if somebody shouts at her there in front of you 30 feet, I'll give her a chance to cast something like that. Yeah.
Well, if somebody shouts lightning bolt me, then she's got a kind of sonic target, and she can kind of shoot through them at the.
She can
the
fire a
backgrounds.
She can fire a lightning bolt at a sonic target, no problem. Magic missile, no, but a lightning bolt, yeah, you can fire that just in a direction. That you can do. Same with fireball, things like that. Magic missile is different.
There
You have to
Darrow.
see an opponent.
You'll survive one of her lightning bolts. Just jump in front of the Bulette and shout, lightning bolt me.
You'll conduct it with all that armor on. So we are at the choosing your initiative stage, folks, and deciding what everybody's doing, and seeing if anybody remembers who's in 2 attack rounds and who's not in 2 attack rounds. That's fun.
So, Darrow is casting the same spell he did last round.
Which was what is it? Remove
Dispel magic.
Dispel magic to try to get rid of Kiara's blindness. Okay.
I'm just carrying on fighting this creature in front of me.
Next down the
Is it
list
a
is
Durga or a Drow? I think it's a Durga.
that's this guy fighting with you. You've got 2 drow left. All the Durga are dead. He's a drow fighter. Well, sorry, she. I kept saying he last time. We're absolutely breaking the lore of D&D when the warriors are males, because they are not. These are women. This is drow. The men are slaves in this society. So yeah, she is a warrior. She is a warrior mage. You've seen her
No,
cast
they
a
just
spell.
want you to think that.
You've seen her cast a spell.
Some Drow males are not slaves. They cunningly sneak around and infiltrate places.
No, I've been lax with the lore of D&D. These are females. These drows. These are women. So you've got two drow left only. Now, just a quick reminder: the blue dot is the prayer, and the yellow dot is the bless. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Okay. Anybody need to change what they're doing? Kiara, what did you do last round? I just attacked last round, I believe. Or,
So I just rolled for my dagger.
okay. Now,
I'm on the same initiative as Charlemagne.
you're on the same initiative as Charlemagne. Yeah, that's very handy. So he can move for you, basically. That's very handy. Okay. And Makar, what's he doing?
I cast my lightning bolt earlier, didn't I?
You've cast both you and Kiara have cast lightning bolts.
Yeah, I didn't tick it off, so I'll tick it off now. I could, don't know. I could switch to a magic missile.
Yeah, Kiara
suppose.
shouted, "Missile them! Missile them!"
They still are trying to get the spell off of you.
Yeah.
Or I could try a flaming sphere at this thing. Might be able to drive it away.
Flaming Sphere is a fun spell. And
Yes,
last
I think
time you
I'll-
used it, it was very entertaining actually. So if you're casting that, I'll be happy. Right, okay.
I
That's,
don't know
yeah.
what range it is.
what's Trevor dealt
Yes,
with?
it's
What's
that.
Darrow doing?
You're helping Kiara.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's casting a
The
spell on
same
Kiara.
spell he did last
Snake
round.
Snakerook is swinging some swords around. What Eleonora?
Oh,
What's
yeah.
Eleonora planning up here? She's the one that's in hand-to-hand combat with the fighter mage, her and Olgrim. We can. Well, saying that, no, we're not talking about Eleanor when we get to Eleanor, because we're doing initiative. She may need to roll an initiative. I believe she has initiative for sword currently.
Yeah.
You want
Am
to
I in
change that?
range for a flaming sphere? Do I?
What is the
Sure,
range
what
on
the
Flaming
range for
Sphere?
I
Flaming
think
sphere
it's a
is.
short range.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're
I'll have
40
to
feet
find
away.
it.
You've got movement though, movement and
Yeah, you
take
can
it-
move
if
30
it's-
feet, and
probably-
in fact, you move 60 feet and cast it, so you're good.
Okay. Right, I'll check in a moment how. I'll
Flaming
roll initiative for that. shall I?
sphere.
Now, I
10 yards is the range.
do we know if Ogrim and Fargrim are on their double attack rounds or not?
Yeah, they are for sure. 100%.
Shut up, you.
No, I do not remember.
We do not remember, right? So we'll put them back to 1 attack this round, and
How
then
many-
the next round is 2.
How many attacks are left on? How many rounds are left on the prayer and the bless?
4 each.
4 each.
And I checked
they
that
were
at the end of
cast-
the video last week, so I wasn't sure if I had ticked them off last time, so I checked the video from the last session, and that is correct.
So they were cast in the first round. Did Ogrim... Did the brothers enter melee in the first
So
round?
we've done
One-
3
One
rounds.
missed it.
We've done 3
One
rounds.
missed it, did it not?
This is round 4.
No,
Nicky Nook is
it-
the only person who didn't get the bless.
yeah, there was one person didn't get
No, we're not talking about that though, we're talking about when they entered combat.
Alright, sorry, my bad.
Let's just assume they entered first and we'll go 1, 2, 1, 2. We'll go even, odd even again. For ease of play. It's another session anyway. So, we start at the top of the
So-
round with Sninky Nook. Face to face with this drow warrior. This bitch. Her kin killed your kin. They
Brave.
slaughtered your village. And that other village, remember those dead Snurf Neblin lying around? This was her kin did that to you.
We're ready to try and whip him up into a kind of ferocity.
He
He's already
hates
there.
it. He's already there, yeah.
No.
I'm still going to do anything with that. Luckily, you have your second attack before anybody else does anything.
Well, we'll try and impale her, shall we? Yes, I think that's probably
And
best.
this is. Oh no! So this is the rapier next, is it?
It is the rapier, yes.
You can pick and choose which one goes first because of the ambidexterity, can't you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, for
I
goodness
think you've
sake.
just fumbled, my friend. Roll a 1d10. You do not want a 1.
Ah, dear, I've been put off by that Bulette killing my kin.
Okay, you fumbled. So you just miss a turn.
So I miss next round.
Yeah, you can't attack next round. You can still move, but your swords are out of commission. Consider them tangled up, dropped, something like that. Okay, now, Kiara, it is Charlemagne. So would you like to take advantage of your generous DM and get him to move you somewhere useful?
Well, Charlemagne can move himself somewhere useful.
Yes, but you can. I'll let you go. You've got the same initiative, so I'll let you move just now and then attack on yours.
Yes, well, obviously I'm holding on to him, so I would have
In fact,
to be.
it's simpler.
what's
It's
his-
simpler than
what's
that.
his-
Because you're both
what's
on
his
7, I can
movement?
put you together.
What's his movement rate?
12. So 6
Right,
and then
fine,
an
okay.
attack. So you can move up to 120 feet or you can move up to 60 feet and still attack. Which is within range of all the enemies, I think. Yeah.
So, like, right there.
Yeah, you can go around there, easy enough.
Keep near me because I'm casting a spell on you.
Oh, okay, do I have to be in front of you?
I think it's touch.
You can't be out of sight round the corner.
Well, I can't move then. I can't do anything.
You might want to just stand still
You
for
can
a round,
hold
aye.
action.
Hold action.
Hold your
You
action.
could both hold action, yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
then
have to-
And then, because then you could get round to Darrow's turn, he might roll well on the cure blindness. You've then got an unblind action. Hold your action. That's actually the smartest thing to do, isn't it? See what happens when Darrow tries to cure you. So you and the bear both hold. That is.
Yeah, I'm not the game in, but yeah, I'll just stay where I am then.
No, that makes sense. That puts us on the Snurf Neblin next. Now, we have these ones down here are going to disappear out of sight. Now I need to make a note that was 6. Snurf Neblin got away. And there's 2 dead.
We've got options of using their powers.
Exactly.
Yep. These
Well, it depends. Are they in slave collars which stop them using their powers?
they are all in slave collars. They're all in manacles and collars. They're all like
Okay.
beaten half to death as well. But those
So
ones
they can't use any of their innate powers, but they could freeze.
they can
If
freeze.
they freeze,
They
that
can
gives
freeze
them...
in place. Yes. So
Exactly.
these remaining ones will freeze in place, which makes them harder to spot. What do they have to roll?
It's basically 80% chance of not being seen.
Right. So I'm gonna roll one for all. No, I'll roll individually. So left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't work. Works. Works. 69. So only this one is still visible. The other ones have used their... What do you call the skill?
1
It's, like
second.
it's kind of like a hide in shadows, but they just kind of it's a camouflage kind of thing, isn't it?
Yes. Hang on, I wrote it down on my sheet.
And those ones are going to run to there. So that's the Snurf Neblin all
Freeze in
finished.
place, it's called.
Freeze in place, that's
Freeze
the
in
name of this
place.
skill.
Yeah.
Okay, so apart from this one here, in fact, no, the rest of them, they're not going to run away. They're going to use their freeze in place skill. The other ones ran away. These
Hang on a
ones are
second,
going to
hang on
freeze
a
in place.
Hang on a second. The ones near the Bulette are not going to freeze in place because they know it works on scent.
Ah, right,
And
okay.
So they will try and run away from the Bulette if at all possible.
Yeah, right, okay, so we ignore that. We've got these three down here. These three are going to... They're going to move. So they are going to make their way out. In fact... Nah, they're not going to quite make it out because I'm not giving them full movement. They've got shackles on and they're half beaten up. Okay, that is the Snurf Neblin. It's Ogrim's turn. Now, Ogrim always has 2 attacks at least because he fights with one weapon in each hand. Ogrim, what is that beast
Step
doing?
forward. Step forward and smite this drow.
Go for the drow. Okay.
Sorry. Which one is kind of attacking the dwarven citadel?
This is true. You're not... He's not Stinky Nook. He doesn't give a shit about the deep gnomes being eaten.
Of course not. They're gnomes, aren't they? Not as if they're dwarves. And he get +2. -3. I believe that's a hit on the drow.
Yeah, it is. Give me some damage.
Damage coming up. Where's the roll? That's the one I wanted.
Don't think this one's been hit yet, actually. This one's quite healthy.
Oh, that won't last long.
Not at all.
Not for long, hopefully. Oh, he's still
Minimum
alive.
damage 8.
Yeah, your minimum damage is not enough. He looks hurt. He looks hurt and angry. Growls down at you, and he whispers a slur in drow, but it's one that's so commonly known in the Underdark that you understand it. And it's a slur for deep gnome. It means something like slave worm. You're nothing more than a slave worm. You dig shit out of the ground for us. It's a real slur. And he looks at you. He cut your head off. And
Which doesn't bother Olgrim in the least, because he doesn't understand Deep Gnome.
Oh yeah, sorry, it was this one over here. It wasn't this one that shouting at Sneaky Nook, was it? Sorry, I got that all wrong.
Correct.
Now, so I need to give him this guy his hit points back. Sorry, excuse me. Ah, it's still not enough to kill this
Well,
guy
you,
either.
can, you can leave them taken off the one fighting Sneaky.
I mean,
Nook, don't mind.
this guy over here, let's say he's still shouting racial slurs at you. That was just flavour. But this one, he looks a bit worried. He looks around him. He knows about this big giant thing that's behind him. He's just took a big warhammer to the chest. Things do not look good. In fact, someone look up
Go on,
the
run
monster.
away.
Someone look up the monster manual for me. See what the morale on a drow is. It's not his turn yet, but someone get that ready for me. And it's
Will do.
and it's Brulgor's turn.
Oh,
Brulgor, the prince,
go.
king's son. Remember?
Oh, the prince. Okay. Is that his name?
Brulgor Drakesbane, Prince of Rockholm, Prince of the Dwarves of Olathe.
His move is 6 inches. Or 6
6
inches
inches.
is it's 1E.
Yeah.
So
60 feet.
there's the measure.
No. Oh.
No, he can't get into combat with anything.
Also-
I think even he's sensible enough not
also,
to go up against.
He can't
Bulette.
he can't walk through rocks as well, so he can get to there,
Yeah.
which puts him in like in short range for a throwing hammer. Does he have a? Did I equip him with throwing hammer as a sidearm?
Look at his equipment.
I think I may have. It was either that or spear. He's definitely got some sort of sidearm, like.
Because I think he probably rolled for the axe.
And if he did, Warhammer would be a faster weapon, and I would allow him to use that instead.
Yeah.
I built the character a wee while
As
ago.
would
Check the sheet for me.
Spear.
As would
Warhammer and spear are both faster weapons.
potentially. Remember, he gets like a -3 on his weapon speed because of the specialization or something. Might be close. Probably not. Spear is
So
probably still
what-
faster. Somebody want to have a look at a sheet for me?
Yeah.
I've got all the
I'm
enemy
looking
sheets
for
up.
his equipment. I can see what his weapon abilities are.
I would have wrote it
I
in his
can't
weapon.
see
I would have
how-
wrote it in his weapon lines. If it's on his weapon line, he's got one.
Yeah, so we're assuming he's got one of each,
Mhm.
spear and hammer.
Oh, so spear and hammer are both on it. There you go. He's got a choice.
So can you mark 30-foot move again?
I sure can. Give me a
Please?
sec.
There's no flavour on these crisps.
Yeah.
There's no flavour on these crisps.
Got it.
Fucking raging. Sorry, guys. I'm so mad.
There we are. And how far?
It gets a little further, and then you are within the 10 feet for a. In fact,
For a spear?
yeah, and for throwing a spear at him as well.
Yeah, but I've got 2 colleagues in the way, haven't I?
Indeed. Only one of them's a
Throwing a
dwarf.
spear at this big thing.
You're gonna throw a spear at the bullet. Okay, go for it. Now this thing's armor class. Unless you get underneath it, it's pretty serious.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna pull it up in the monster manual.
Let me.
It's armor class. It's
Rule go.
-2/4/6 So let me just check what the different areas are. Not that you know this, but
Actually, he'll throw the hammer, not the spear.
I'm just going to throw the hammer. Okay. So it's not raised up, so you don't see a soft spot under. Ah, right. Okay. So, right. Okay. Okay. I know which armor class bits are the different armor classes. Okay. Make your attack. That does not. It's not going to hit anything.
I failed to include the prayer of the bless, but I don't think it's armor class 9 either.
Still not going to do it. It's certainly not armor class 9. Even at its weaknesses, even in its weak spots. No, that's getting nowhere near it. Ogrim, however, has a second attack.
Olgrim will attempt to finish smiting this.
I mean,
creature in front of him.
Another hit should do it. This guy looks pretty banged up. He might not get that to make that morale check after all.
And does this hit? -9?
That hits just about anything,
Well,
mate.
that was almost critical, but
There's not much that doesn't hit.
let's do his damage. Olgrim his
Not
battle
much
hammer.
in this world that doesn't hit.
And then just submit. 9 damage.
Describe to me how that hammer blow ends that.
Oh.
The drow leader.
Olgrim very carefully angles the blow so that the blood spatter doesn't go over Eleonora. I mean, his death's certain facing a skilled like
So the blood goes this way instead of this way. Very skilled, Ogrim. Very skilled. Now we don't have too much on the map here. I can leave dead things where they are. They were not too cluttered. Okay. Ogrim.
Another one for me, brother.
That's another one for Ogrim. Right, and the
Look, all
Macar.
those well.
All the way
Right,
down
I
here
shall
with the
move
other
forward.
brother.
Yeah, I can move forward. I think I might just go and stand next to Brulgor. Yeah,
Alright.
because I can see everything from there, and I want to cast my flaming sphere on the tail. Now that this drow is being killed, I'm going to cast the flaming sphere somewhere sort of up the backside of the
Okay. In this case
Bulette, just to try and drive it away.
You cast it, it happens, and then I have to then make a save for half damage, something like that, right?
I believe so, yes, that sounds right.
Let me just find a little fire token.
Kiara's shouting, "Kill it with magic! Kill it with magic!"
Kill it with fire.
Yeah. I can't see those, so I don't know which one you're doing. I'm
What
just
size
telling
is
you,
it?
kill it with magic.
Is it 5 foot? Hang on,
Think
I've got
so.
the thing here.
That's a really terrible joke.
Area effect.
that
Oh, it's a
whole
3 foot
picture.
radius.
That
It's a-
whole picture is an innuendo joke.
And it
Right.
does damage in a certain radius of it.
So what am I
Yeah,
doing
so
now,
it
Trevor?
does-
I am rolling a save, is it?
It'll be a save for anything that's in contact with it,
Okay, save versus spell.
and I've put it more than 5 feet away from Olgrim because I don't want to toast Olgrim.
Okay. And is it save versus spell, yeah? I assume.
I should think so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, save versus spell.
This wasn't in the combat, so it's not affected by anything when the spells were cast originally. What a roll. Is that half damage?
It is 2d4 if it fails, 1d4 if it succeeds.
Roll 1d4.
Shall roll 1d4.
Decent.
At the very least, it will annoy it, or at
Yeah.
least upset it.
I mean, that avoids armor class. That's the beauty of that spell. This thing's
yes.
I've got really, really high armor class. That spell ignores armor class. How many rounds does that last? I'm going to put a marker on you.
It lasts 1 round per level, so 5 rounds.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's per level.
Can I find a flame token?
Let's go.
No, but that one's pretty cool. So what did you say, 5?
There was the 5, yeah. I mean, with any luck, I can try and drive it away from us, but we shall see.
Fargrim, the other brother.
Haven't we skipped with...
Did he not lose his turn?
Haven't
Oh no,
we
it's thinking.
skipped Darrow?
No, Darrow's on 12 also, just hasn't been yet. There's a whole bunch of people on 12.
Okay, right. So I worked out my scroll. For some reason, I had the scroll bar down. That
Yeah,
explains.
no, Darrow's still to go, don't worry. It's the other
Right, so
Sean Bean.
Fargrim, where's my measure? And so he's got to try and make his way up to here. So that's
Let's put him in melee range. Mind, I think that's almost getting your eyebrows singed range as well, remember. I think anything within 5 feet's getting hit by that thing.
Yeah, you don't come within 5 feet of it. It's unwise.
I mean, you put it so he can't fight the Bulette. Typical Lippidel. Well, he'll move up next to his brother and get his maul ready to deal with it, but
Alright.
stay out of range.
Well,
Okay.
Ogrim doesn't have a third attack because we're doing singles this round.
Yeah.
Now then, it is Darrow. Darrow is attempting to cast Dispel Magic on Kiara's blindness.
And I've forgotten it.
Good luck, I think
How
you
we
failed
did
this
it
already
last
twice.
time. I think it was percentiles wanting low.
I think so. Read the spell description.
Um,
Something to do with the
I
spell
looked at
level
my
of the
player's
caster,
handbook
maybe?
Earlier.
Oh, hang on,
Where did
I'll
I
pull it out
put
then.
it?
Rules. Player's handbook, magic. What level is the spell? Level priest 2,
Third.
priest 3.
Third.
Dispel magic. Range 60 yards. Area of effect 30 foot cube. Cast a spell, neutralize or negate magic. There's a chance to remove spells and spell-like effects. Each effect opposing to check the damage that spells. Cast can only dispel his own magic. Otherwise, the chance depends on the difference in level between the magical effect and the caster. The base chance of successfully dispelling is 11 or higher on a 1d20. If the caster is a higher level than the creator of the effect. So what level are you? 6?
Yes.
So you're 3 levels higher than the caster. So you need a 14 or lower.
No, I need an 8.
An 8 or higher. Sorry, yeah.
Yes.
An 8 or higher, yeah. Kiara is still blinded.
We still have a blinder.
Oof.
Oh, dear.
Unlucky, that's 3 failed attempts, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're all. You know,
And it's,
The-
it's your
the-
level 3 slots are very finite, aren't they?
yeah, I think we've used all the level 3 slots.
Mm.
That's your
Available today. Yeah.
so that's your last attempt to do that today. Interesting. Kiara's in a bit of a predicament.
Unless Kiara learned
No.
Dispel Magic. But I don't
She
think
can't
so.
cast it while she's blind.
Now, it is this Drow warrior who is going to make a morale check. So did somebody get Drow up?
Yes, it's a 14. They are elite.
And it's 2d10 you roll and it
But-
wants that or lower, right?
And no, it's normally that or lower to keep your morale.
To keep the morale, yeah.
Yes, if you roll higher than that,
Oh, he's failed his
then
morale.
you may add. Fair enough. He's failed his morale.
So he's going to attempt to run from Stinky Nook. So Stinky Nook can make your attack of opportunity.
Any bonuses from the back?
No, it's just an attack of opportunity. Still there when you make it.
Fair enough. Here we go. And,
You're ambidextrous. Pick which sword you use.
Submit.
Technically, it is your main hand
miscellaneous
attack,
bonus.
but you're ambidextrous. It doesn't matter.
-2.
Hits.
See how resistant he is to a shiv in the back.
We'll see how dead he is.
Oh, he's not going to be dead. I don't think I've hit him yet.
Correct, actually. This one's on full hit points. Or something like it.
I'm not a particularly strong person.
You're not the hardest hitter, no. You've still got +4 on that thing, though. Minimum damage is 7.
Minimum damage, 7.
Yeah, he is still alive. Now, he will... Can you... he will move his full movement, so I can do this.
You remembered the prayer.
Yes, I added one for the prayer.
So you're trying to avoid that, arrow.
How much fucking movement has it got?
120. There was that 120 I can't see because it's behind my initiative order. So just...
Like 124. 124.
Got it, yeah. So, there. Without any more attacks of opportunity, he can make it to there. Okay, that was his turn then. Eleonora.
What's Eleanor going to do? I would have thought... Not much. What do we think she should do?
What does she feel about?
She could move round and attack the Bulette, or she could just...
She reached the drow that's run away.
She could cut off the drow retreat, because the dwarfs can't catch a drow.
Is she aware? Except is she aware of drow?
She would have seen him running by when he came round here, yeah, and here. Yeah,
Not exactly moving silently.
she's facing that way. He's here. Yeah, she would have seen him. She would have seen him.
But I think she can't reach him and attack, can she?
Nope.
Because he'll be
Well,
far
let me
ahead.
do the measuring. She's there.
It doesn't seem very sensible to... Oh, well,
Remember,
no,
she's going through
in
allies.
armor.
She's going through allies. She doesn't have to run round opportunity of attacks. She can make it and attack him. In fact, and it will be from behind because he has done his action this turn. He's moved.
Uh-huh.
She can get in behind him. And what is it? +2 from behind, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, if she's got a chance to hit him, I think she'll go for it.
So I believe she's got a +4 on this total.
Right. Let me find her character sheet.
Because we don't want
sword.
them.
Let's use her sword. Is her sword gone? It's here somewhere. I can't see very much of this character sheet at a time. Okay, longsword. Rolling to hit
+4.
for Eleonora.
It'd be glorious if she gets the last
That's
round.
four.
She's an elf. She hates them too, like.
No, she doesn't. She just dislikes them. She doesn't hate them like I do.
Despises them. Oh, that looks like it.
Nope.
Nice one.
Nope.
-2.
Nope. Oh wait, this is the warrior. This is not the fighter mage. That is a
Yeah.
hit. Sorry, yeah, that is a hit. Sorry, I
Yeah.
forgot which one this was for a second. The leaders have -3 armor class. No, his armor class is only 3. She sticks that sword right in his back. It gets through
Does she get +1 damage?
She does get
Plus
+1
one,
damage.
yeah.
Yes.
Prayer.
+1 damage. Go on, let's see what she can do.
You see an
Will
animation
hurt him.
suddenly pause. You see a token suddenly move so that the GM can find the X, and the drow drops to the ground, bleeding. Blood and ichor pouring from the giant wound in its back. Eleonora
These vile creatures
Eleonora
deserve-
puts her foot on the drow's back. As she pulls the sword out, the drow's body raises a little bit, but she puts more leverage on her foot, and the sword comes out, and the drow's face slams into the ground. And she laughs a little bit. Eleonora doesn't smile or show emotion very often, but when she killed that drow, she seemed very pleased about it. Now, to one extent, your enemies are killed. The original ones. We still have a Bulette.
Yeah.
Bargrim, there's
We
no
have
second attack for
something
him. Brulgor,
That's more.
would this have been Brulgor's second, or is this... Yeah, it would have been. Okay. So before... Oh no, we've got the Bulette now, and then we get to Kiara and the Bear's held actions. So, the Bulette...
Well, I'm sure the bullet will run back down its hole after being burned on the tail like that, I'm sure.
The Bulette...
These new maps are sick, by the way, and tokens.
They are, aren't they? So no, the Bulette is going to make an attack on this Snurf Neblin.
If Neblin will be going full defensive.
It'll be going splat, I think. Oh, with a roll like that, it will be.
Oh dear.
Nasty.
Oh yeah, the damage on this is ridiculous.
It's hit 9 o'clock. Yeah, it has.
Oh,
No, I
that would
know.
even have hit. That would even have hit me. 45.
45 out of a possible 48.
Run away! Run away!
12, 11, 10. Yeah.
Look at the roll, guys. 45 out of 48. That was a potential of 4 to 48 on that roll, and I rolled 45.
Did it hit?
It's alright, we don't mind you using up the high numbers on the NPCs.
The Snurf Neblin.
Just use the low numbers for us.
It destroys the Snurf Neblin. And just with the rest of this turn, it's just going to turn round. In fact, it's not going to turn round because of that flame on its tail. It's going to deal with that on its next round. So we have Kiara and the bear, who held their actions. Anything you can do here, do you think?
Nah. I'm fuming that I held my action in the first place. It was absolutely metagaming. And now anything that I want to do is fucked, so I'm not doing anything.
Right, so
She can't anyway, she's blind. Anything she wanted to do, she can't do now, so
magic
she's just gonna stay where
missiles.
she is.
Yep, magic missile's not going to work.
Yeah, everything's fucked. I just don't want to do anything.
Okay. Next round, is anybody changing their actions?
Since my swords are all kind of messed up from that dratted drow, I'm going to try and use one of my abilities on this Bulette. So I shall re-roll my initiative.
What's the ability?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I'm just going to carry on controlling this flaming sphere for the moment.
I will
Okay.
be attempting to blind it.
Okay.
So,
Okay, well in that case, because you lose a whole turn of
Yes.
attacks, in that case you have to drop both swords to do so, because otherwise this round, whether you were moving, you would be getting your swords organised back together. So, if you want to do a skill, if you want to do something more than move, you'll need to drop your swords.
if need be, I will then, because
Okay.
that Bulette could be deadly dangerous. If I do manage to, I mean, it's not very likely, but if I do manage to blind it, will help everybody.
Okay, roll your initiative then.
Okay, there we go. On a 5.
Nice roll. Anyone else? This is round 5.
I rolled initiative for Darrow's axe for now. Sorry, lass, I can't do anything more about your blindness today.
I know.
Except you've changed Brulgor's initiative and not yours, so that should be
Ah,
Darrow on a 9. I
What
can
is
fix
it?
that. Darrow's on a 9, and Brugor's, what's his weapon speed? So what's his second attack go on if his first goes on a 9?
Is 3 what we've got left on Blessing?
Blessing
Prayer.
and prayer, yeah. What's Brugor's weapon speed?
Brugor's weapon speed with his axe is 7. I need
7.
to roll Davo's initiative because Davo's
No, that's okay.
obviously is,
I've adjusted it for you. I've fixed it.
but Davo's thing is 3 faster.
Ah, right, so I'll just take 3 off it, mate. I can't take 3 off it because the
Yeah.
minimum roll is 1, so... Let's say you rolled a 1.
Sorry about that.
Well, no, we're taking 3 off the speed, aren't we? Yeah, so 2 plus 4, so you go on a 5 then, Darrow. Okay. Yeah. Alright. So I'll put you in between Snaky Duke's 2 attacks. Alright. That's
No,
us.
Sneaky Duke only gets the 1 attack this round.
Ah, okay.
Because it's the blindness.
Okay. Well, actually, I'll let the thing randomise it. Darrow's first. Oh, and because it's your turn, I'm turning your 3 to a 2. How far from the thing?
Avoiding the fire. I'm not going to get a blow.
Be right back.
Avoiding the fire? No, because you don't have a polearm weapon. You'd have to be 1 square away to avoid the fire. But to get within
So
short range of a throwing weapon? Yeah, no
do-
problem.
I'd toss the hammer.
Okay.
So I can move somewhere like here, did you think?
Somewhere like there. Even there, yeah. Even there is fine. You can throw it over Ogrim. I'll allow it.
Yeah, I don't want to throw it actually into the burning bit.
The flames are down underneath it as much as possible, so
Oh, right,
it's
okay.
pressed
Right.
against the ground.
Set this.
So they're about 3 feet high.
Set the spear on fire so we can rename the campaign the Burning Staff again.
Yeah, so the fire's only 3 feet high.
Yeah.
Throw it at its spin. On its back. That's well above the fire.
But it's not AC 5. Oh no, it's from behind. It's not AC 3 either, I suspect.
That's a pretty tough.
Especially on the hard carapace on the outside. Once it turns round to attack you and it raises up to attack you, it's a different story. If you were this side of it, it'd be a different story. You're actually you're actually better off there attacking it than you are there because it's much less tough on this side. You don't know that though. Snurfneblin might know a little bit about that. A little bit, just because we've been an Underdark native, you might know a little bit more about Bulettes.
I'm happier facing the tail than I am.
Sorry?
On their turn. Haven't these 3 Snurfneblin run away on their turn?
No, because there was still drow like here and here at that point, so they didn't. We went
so they were holding their action till the end of the round when they ran away.
No, they chose to do nothing on their turn. They are still there. Nice try, Dave. God loves a trier.
They're not adventurers like us.
Okay, Snakey Nook. You're going to attempt to cast, well, not cast because it's an innate ability. You're going to do a blindness.
I'm trying to make the Bulette go blind.
All right, good luck. You don't need to see its face in order to cast this on it, do you?
No.
You don't need to see its
Why would I?
eyes? Because its eyes?
No. I'm casting it on the Bulette. It's quite a large target. However, it gets a saving throw, unfortunately, and it'll probably make it.
If you have the description, you can copy paste it into the chat and roll 20. Because it's a Snurfneblin innate ability. This is not a spell, right? This is a racial ability. Yeah, if you could copy paste it in the chat so I can give it a read for the viewers, I guess.
Certainly.
We don't see you do it that often.
Do you not have purple worm open?
I do. But I've got you guys to do this for me.
It's so much easier to get us to do it.
Yes. I've also got loads of character sheets open.
GM's game. Don't make so
The
many
blindness
characters,
spell causes... Oh, so you do just get the same effects as the blindness spell. It's not any different. So it's the same effects that are on Kiara. It's a shame you're not a mage
Yeah.
and have it memorised as and can cast the opposite version. It's a shame. So, the blindness spell causes the victim to become blind, able to see only a greyness before its eyes. Various cure spells will not remove the effect and only dispel magic, or the spellcaster can do away with the blindness if the creature fails its initial saving throw versus spell. So I've got to make a saving throw versus spell.
Yep, and it's not reversible, so it wouldn't cure Kiara.
It's not a reversible spell.
Yeah.
Oh.
No?
So I am blind until I can get dispel magic.
Until somebody can cast
Yes,
dispel
yeah.
magic, yeah, or cure blindness is a spell, but I think it's higher level actually. Right, save versus spell from the Bulette. Ooh,
I'll roll a 1.
I hope for your sake he fails this. He's
do
failed
I.
it. What's the duration of it?
Indefinite.
Oh, so it is, yeah,
Indefinite.
yeah.
Until I release it, or it gets a friendly
That's
mage
right.
to cast a spell magic on it.
So this thing is now blind. Okay, and that was on Sninkynook's turn, so it's Charlemagne.
That might cause it to make a morale roll.
I already thought of that, Peter, yeah, already thought of that.
It's being burned up the bum and it's got now it's blind.
Charlemagne.
Is going to move, and because Kiara's on the same turn as him, the both of them are just moving to here. And
Okay.
he's going to move Kiara into this little spot here so that he can keep an eye on.
Nice. Using the bear to look after the person when the person's blind. I like it. The role reversal.
There you go.
That is a multi-purpose bear. Like, he carries dead bodies, he kills, he protect, he attack. Most importantly, he carry dead Sninkynook on his back. Right.
That was a Phil Worthy poem.
It is it's a meme as well, inspired by a meme. So it is the Snurf Neblin. So these three are now that the so the drow are away, so I guess they are going to attempt to freeze in place now, the three of them.
No,
No, they
because
already
know
did.
that it can smell them.
Ah, yeah, they know that I can
Yeah.
smell them. Sorry, yeah, thanks for keeping me right, David. They are going to simplify this, so I'm moving Sninkynook as well, to simplify this, they're just going to try to move away from it. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
They're going to move away. There we go. I don't know why I'm doing that, it's not their turn. No idea why I'm doing that. Ignore me.
You're feeling sorry for them, maybe?
Maybe it's Ogrim's turn, I don't know why I did that.
Well, Olgrim's going to have to kind of wait to the end of the round because there's this kind of burning sphere in the way, isn't there?
Not at all.
Well,
Ogrim,
you can circle around it.
Ogrim can
You can
thro-
circle around it.
Ogrim can also
You
throw
mean
the
go
weapons
round
that
to
are in
the
his
front
hands.
of it?
Ogrim,
He's not
The side.
Ogrim can also throw
He's
these
not
warhammers.
He's not throwing these warhammers because they don't come back to him.
What's his plan then?
No, you're just making excuses, aren't you, you lot?
He's going to wait for the thing to turn round and hit it on the nose.
So you are holding your action wise.
Holding my action.
Brulgor, the prince.
Is well, his boss is telling him not to go near the thing. And there's several people in the way now.
He could
So
throw a
he's
ranged
going-
weapon.
Yeah, but there's still the fire on the tail. He's holding action.
Okay.
We're all holding action.
And the Makar. So you can move this flame around. Where are you going to move
I
it?
think I will move it. I want to
Right
move it. I can't. I'm not sure if there's a. I'm not sure if there's a limit to how much it can move. Is it 5 feet?
I think it can move 5 feet per round, just, yeah.
It's,
If
yeah,
our body is
it
5
does
feet.
move. I'm not sure exactly how fast.
His body's about 15,
it
20
can go
feet long.
30 feet around.
Oh, it can go 30
It
feet?
can go 30 feet around.
Right.
But
And
I'm going to move it. I want to move it to the middle of the bullet. Move
Right.
it along the top side of the bullet to its next to its between its legs there, and
Right.
just singe its belly from the side there.
right, so
Underside
so you're
of
trying
it,
to hit
yeah.
the underneath of it with the flames.
Well, it doesn't really matter because it's
Okay. And does it?
the armor class doesn't really matter, but it's
Yeah, the armor
it's
class.
just-
What I'm
I'm just
thinking. The
trying to
armor
scare it
class
away.
doesn't really matter. But because you are attacking its weak spot, I was just trying to see if I could flavor it and do anything. Does it?
But what if you were to burn a weak spot and then we were to attack it?
Does it remake the
would
save?
would you give us?
Every time it gets burned,
Yeah.
have to make
Trevor.
a new save, I think.
Does it make a
I would
new
have thought
save?
so. Let me have a look.
I think it
Um,
has to save each round
Well, I'll give it a
to
minus.
decide whether it's
I can give it.
So-
or 2D.
I can give it a minus on its save because he's going for the weak spot. That's what I can do. I think it does make a save every round because you're hitting it in a new spot anyway. I'm going to make it make a save, and I'm going to give it a minus.
I think it makes sense.
I'm giving it a minus also
Um,
for the clever use of trying to get the flame
surely
underneath
must
it.
take-
It's a big thing.
It doesn't. It doesn't seem to say, but I would think it does damage per round. Surely.
I am going to give it -4 on its save versus
It
spell,
does.
Trev.
It does damage per round.
It does damage per round. So I'm going to give it a -4 on its save this time. And it's failed its save this time. So what was it? 2D something?
There'll be two. There'll be 2d4.
2D4.
Not a lot,
yeah.
but it'll worry it.
Yeah, it's weak spot.
Oh,
You
that's
got
a
a
good
decent roll. 7 damage. I like it. No, I gave you a -4 on its save there for the clever use of the positioning of the spell, Trevor. Had to do something because if you were attacking in that spot with weapons, it's weaker. You're burning it. It's physical damage. Yeah, makes sense. And I think a negative on its save was the best place to put it. I think that's where I'm good as a dungeon master at winging winging rules. I think I can wing rules and stay balanced quite well. I think that was a good call. Right, Fargrim.
Would you give him a? Would you give him a bonus on his cooking skill?
I wonder what Bulette would taste like.
Right. Would you care to move that kind of orange thing slightly, please?
Oh yeah,
Because Fargrim is going to step forward and wallop.
good point. Soundtrack's got a bit mellow. Let's see if I can get it spiced up again. Here we go.
Are you playing on Roll20?
No, it's not in Roll20, sadly. It'll be on the video later on YouTube.
I don't hear it then.
Yeah, you won't.
I know, but it's fun when you hear it when you're playing.
I know. Maybe I'll work on uploading some stuff to Roll20 because I've got the rights to this music now, so I'll maybe work on that for the future.
Is it +2 from behind?
It is +2 from behind, yes. So you got +2 to your attack,
So,
which kind of negates its tougher armor a little bit
AC
because you're.
-9.
In fact, no. It's been hit now. So as reaction, it can turn round. So you're not from behind anymore.
And it's
Okay, well,
blinded.
that's armor class -7.
It is blinded. So
Hold on.
And +4 for the blindness.
It's
so that's
blinded.
Armor class -11.
So you've got You've got
Hit it.
you've got a +4 to
If
hit
that,
it. Yeah,
if
that
that
has
doesn't
hit
hit it, we've got no chance.
Oh, if that hadn't hit it, you're dead. But yeah, that hits it. So roll me some damage for that.
And this is a larger than man-sized
Now,
creature.
because it's raised up now, this is you being able to hit it because it's getting burnt underneath and it's reacting. This is you able to hit it in the weaker spot. And it's a large creature, yes. So longswords do more damage here. Don't think rapiers do.
Which isn't a longsword.
Oh, this is
a
Maul. This isn't Sninkinook, yeah.
17 maximum damage. Ah,
Was that? Ooh. You just saw this thing bend in half at an impossible angle that it shouldn't have come back from. The damage from that maul. This shook the earth. The earth around you shakes when this thing when its feet land back on the ground, it's so heavy. It drops down on a front shoulder and it shakes the ground around you, but it gets back up and it's still coming. Ogrim had a held action. I can take out the initiative. You're dead. We can't just move you out of the way for convenience sake as well. Eleonora, who is down here.
She's down there. Don't think she can get into attack sensibly, can she? She can move back, ready to cure someone if they need it. I think she should come back up here somewhere, ready to cure somebody if they need curing. I think that's probably her best option, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah. Darrow is instructing Rulgor to be ready to cure somebody.
Was Fargrim in melee combat last round?
No, he wasn't.
So-
Neither Olgrim nor Fargrim were
So
able
no
to,
ex-
because of that damn flame.
So no extra
was first
attack
round.
this round. Yeah, okay.
No extra attack.
No, Olgrim. Surely Olgrim.
Olgrim gets his attack at the end of the round.
Yeah, Ogrim had
This is
held
the first
actions.
round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ogrim's held
Wasn't
his
he
actions.
in combat with isn't it?
No, he
Did-
doesn't get a second attack because
Which
he had
rounds
to
did
hold his action. He had to hold his action
Yeah.
to the end of the round.
Yeah, so he's
So
not.
therefore, only gets one attack this
Yeah,
round.
so he only gets one attack this round when he gets to Fargrim only gets one attack this round because he wasn't in melee combat last round. So it's Brolgor's turn. The brave prince. Darrow, I'll let you decide what you're going to do.
Told to be ready to cure people.
Okay. So for now, I'll unless reasons, I'll let you take full control of him until his personality overrides something. So he will just do what you tell him. Now we get to the Bulette. Now the Bulette is going to make a morale check.
17 damage from one blow.
Yeah,
Genitals
and it's
being
it's blind. It is going to make a morale check.
And on fire.
And it's burning, yes. Kiara, it's on fire, it's blind, it's just took that big thump. It is going to roll a morale check. I will have to pull it up in the monster manual.
11.
Its morale is 11, so it wants 11 or lower on 2d10, yeah?
So
It's a
to
Scottish
keep its
thing.
morale, it's got to be 11 or lower. If it rolls over 11, it breaks.
Yeah.
Come on, yes.
Okay, so it's going to attempt to dive down its hole. That means Fargrim, who is in melee combat, will have an attack of opportunity. And as it
Fargrim
dives,
will
you can get the
find
underside, so you get that slightly weaker armor class.
Fair enough. So strike.
In
to
fact,
hit.
because it's blind, because it's just about to nosedive down the burrow, I'll let you get it right in the face where its weak spot is.
Okay.
If you hit it.
And that is a. Hang on a second.
got-
Strength
oh.
bonus. Submit. Dexterity bonus.
And you've got the
Miscellaneous
plus 4
bonus.
miscellaneous.
Plus
Plus
two,
6.
Plus 6 miscellaneous, sorry,
plus 6, yeah.
Is that a crit?
Ooh.
Is that a crit?
Critical.
roll a 1d4, Dave. Whoa! You want a 4 here. Right, okay. Only double damage. Okay, roll damage. You hit it in the face. Right in between the eyes with that giant maul.
Right between the eyes.
For double damage.
I think Olgrim is going to be saying it still only counts as one.
I think so. This is gonna be serious.
The prince. The prince held.
The prince had held action.
16. Double. That's doubled.
That's doubled.
32.
That's doubled, yeah. Ooh.
49 in 2 blows. Almost as good as, well, slightly more than.
He's done it.
Oh,
Well done.
In those 2
Well done,
strikes.
you were saying, brother, something about that's another one.
So,
Yeah.
Nice work.
the Bulette,
And
in a panic.
whichever of them is the armorer.
That's the other one. So the Bulette, in a panic,
No.
dives up, and it goes to burrow down its hole, but it can't see that maul just flying straight directly at its face, coming straight at it, right between the eyes, and it just crushes the Bulette's skull. It doesn't matter that it's got the hardest natural armor of anything you've ever fought in your life. That swing from Fargrim just cracks its skull in half, and right down to the brain matter. There's brain matter splatters all over the place. And Peter, I know what you're about to say. Ogrim, the Battlehammer brother that is an armourer, knows fine well that the plates on a Bulette make for some fine masterwork armour indeed.
Never say I don't do anything for you, brother. There's your next week's supply for the shop.
Beautiful stuff, guys. Now, it would be perfect timing for a halftime break if you guys want one.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Fair enough.
Sweet. Let's do that then.
Good.
Okay. So.
Yep.
You were victorious in combat. The Durgar, the Steeders. We're talking 2 sessions here. The Durgar, the Steeders, the Drow leaders. My poet again. And the Bulette that sprung itself upon you. You are several snurf-nibbling slaves down. It seems that all but 3 of them have either been eaten or have escaped or have been flattened into jam. Now, just before, when we went on the break and I'd stopped recording, you said something cool that Andy McCarr was going to do, Trevor, so do that now that we're recording.
Yeah, Andy McCarr is just going to send the flaming sphere down the hole just to get it out the way.
Nice. So the flaming spear is gone. Okay. You are out of combat.
Sorry, if I'm missing stuff, it's because my Discord's cutting out real bad.
Okay. If you miss anything, just let us know and we'll repeat. It's no problem.
It'd be a lot. I'm piecing most of it together, but
Alright. So,
Okay. I shall pick up my swords and talk to these Sverfneblin in Sverfneblin
okay.
and ask if they know which drow has the keys to their chains and slave collars.
Yeah, they'll tell you that.
Get them free.
They'll point at the boss one, and it's one of the 2 fighter mage ones.
Okay, so is it the one I stabbed in the back? Or
Yeah,
the
we
other
could see
ones?
it's the one that's up there, so you can easily get their chain keys, so you can untie them. Now, I'm going to take their effects off. I'll leave them with the hue that they have on them, because they were difficult for our colourblind player to see. But yep, they are, let's say you get them free. So the time it takes you to get them free using those keys, the spell effects of prayer and less are up.
Okay.
while we are I was just wanting to say as well, was while we were collecting together, and I would imagine, like we were saying, we're going to have a rest, hold on, that during that time, because I'm going to be blind until someone can cast.
Until the dispel magic
Whatever.
works,
Dispel
yeah.
Yeah.
Dispel magic,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we would, while we were sitting chatting, we would talk about being able to shout fire whatever here, and then the person ducking out the way in time and blah blah blah. So we would have covered tactics for if if we encounter something before I am unblind again, before I can see again. Jesus.
Right, so you're talking about ways that you can kind of still be effective in combat. and you're going to spend
Yeah.
your downtime talking about that. We don't need to roleplay it all out, but we can then, if a combat happens, we can say,
Yeah.
oh well, we spent time going over this. Yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask Sneaky Nook to ask the Sphere Nameland. Do they know somewhere near here where we can rest safely?
Right, before we do, just go back to what Kiara's saying about tactics and when she's blind and, you know, you guys spending some time talking about how she can do it. Yeah, remember, to a certain extent, you'll be able to be effective in combat. I'm not going to just totally negate the effects of the spell because you guys are clever and had a talk. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're still going to have some negative
That's
effects.
not ever what anybody was getting at.
Yeah.
We were just making it clear that things like what we were talking about that was holding up the
what kind
the
of instructions you
timing
would
in the
use?
last
Yeah.
game. Yeah. That's what they was just making it clear that had been spoken about.
Yeah, like what words you would use
Sneaky Nook
for cast spell
Sneaky
here.
Nook Sneaky Nook didn't know that Kiara was blind, and
It's blind, yeah.
he will be very sympathetic. He knows how effective it is, and the fact that our clerics failed 3 times to remove it, that's worrying.
Kiara
That's Kiara's luck.
Kiara was blinded
Yes.
before the Bulette appeared also. That's worth noting. She's never saw the thing yet.
Yeah.
You've never witnessed this
I've
thing.
still not seen it.
You
And
just-
then also, yeah, this is Kiara's luck with stuff. Do you remember that spell that fucking necromancer or whatever it was
Yep,
put on me? And
yep.
I was like hideous and infectious and oh man.
You always get hit with the
Kiara's
spells.
luck.
Yeah. You seem to always get hit with the spells.
Oh,
But yeah, so you never saw this Bulette, Kiara. You heard the ground shake. You felt the ground shake. You heard all the screams and the
Battle.
panic and the battle. You heard Andy McCarr casting spells. You felt Darrow. You heard Darrow behind you casting words and then going, ah, shit. Stupid lass, it's still not worked. But you've never seen this thing, this big horrific
Oh,
creature
yeah.
that's lying over there dead. You've never actually witnessed it yet. Right, so you're out of combat, folks. Spell effects are gone. Right, so yeah, the next thing was Sneaky Nook, you were talking to Snurf Neblin, right?
We'll get
so-
some food out of our packs and give them to these creatures.
Well-
They're probably starving.
Okay.
Well, while I'm releasing them, I will also ask them if they can call to their brethren who've scarpered, because we need to free them as well. They're still chained and slave collared, and the keys are here. Do they know where they would have gone?
They think they know where they would have run, and they're going to tell you in a minute. First, I've got names for you. So I'm gonna have to put some sort of like I'm not gonna put name tags on them just now. Actually, no. But we've
don't
got
worry about it.
these 3 are Sholdal Metal Loader, Zaindrand Nugget Neck, and Kuldrid Crystal Searcher. The 3 of them. They are slaves.
With my taste. Yeah.
Only recently. It's only in the past few days they've been captured. Now, are you wanting to press them for information about what happened?
Well, first of all, are their brethren likely to be close, or are they going to have to go to find them? If they're close, they can call. If not, we need to get them outfitted with something, protection from these drow, etc., and Durga before they go.
You have to find them, but I know where they will have went.
Okay. Second question is, we're going to need to rest up after this fight. Do they know anywhere, as Darrow asked, where it would be relatively safer than here, where there are going to be there's dead bodies, there's blood, everything? Yeah,
we do. We know a place. We can maybe even catch up with our brethren on before we get there. Possibly. And they're going to tell you a little bit of information. I'm going to move you guys maps because we're going to learn a little bit about where they're from, where they were captured, and they're going to tell you their story of how the drow captured them, right? So, forgive me, anyone who if it takes a while for your map to load. We are changing to the underground map. you are here.
Yep.
Okay. So, I'm going to reveal some map, and the Snuff Nebula are going to tell you a little bit about their home.
My God, it's fucking tiny. Look, we're all bunched in.
So, these Snuff Neblin are from a group of settlements around an area called the Great Lakes. There are 5 settlements. In fact, just let me reveal more map. It's the Glimmer Mines. The villages are called, they're Snuff Neblin villages. Glimmer Mines, Copper Hall, Deep Lake, Vengsilla, and Ruby Hold. And they're going to tell you that their friends will be trying to get back home. But there is somewhere along the road where they'll be able to hide and rest. And maybe their friends will have thought the same idea. So they're going to tell you that a little down the road from where you are, I have to zoom in, there's a little bit where the Drow and the Durgar don't know about. And they'll tell you it's just down here. In fact, give me a sec. Get him off the map. They'll tell you that it's just down here a ways. There's a little safe spot down there that they don't know about. So the Drow and the Durgar, they don't know about this little side route. And there is a safe spot there. That's the closest place you can get that they can think of that would be a good rest. And they also have a suspicion that might be where their friends would run to first. But as you can see from the map, their homes are several miles away, a couple of days travel. They've been here at this mining spot for 1 day only, and they've been brought straight from their homes. They're going to tell you that the 18 of them are from the towns of Rubyhold and Vegsilla. The guys of Rubyhold were brought here first, and then the guys from Vegsilla were brought here after. They're also going to tell you that the Drow that captured them had a Durgar with them, but it wasn't like a Durgar, he was more like a giant, but he looked like a Durgar, commanding a group of Drow and Durgar. So there was a giant Durgar, his Durgar troops and some Drow captured them, and they've been working as slaves for them ever since. And he'll tell you, now it's very important that the first set of prisoners came from Rubyhold, and the second set of prisoners came from Vengsilla. Make of that what you will. But that's all the information you get.
If they're working round the lake, they'd be going to Deep Lake, then Copper Hall, then Glimmer Mines. But this Durgar, was he carrying a large axe?
I mean, most of them were carrying axes, but yeah, the giant. He was a large axe, and he was swinging it around in one hand like a giant. It was like a dwarf's two-handed axe, and this Durgar, he was huge. Not like any dwarf I've ever seen. He was the size of a half a giant, and he swung this axe around like it was a short sword. They killed.
Well, he must have some magic, otherwise he'd have to crawl through these tunnels, wouldn't he?
They killed all.
So he must be able to shrink down.
They killed all our village's strongest warriors. They took our women somewhere else. We don't know where the women are.
Daru's on a mission to destroy that Durgar, and I'm on a mission to destroy the Drow. Well, let's get you free. Let's get these scum looted, and if there's any weapons, etc., you can use, then pick them up, and we'll get after our brothers.
Do they speak common, or?
I don't know. Do they?
They'll speak Snurfneblin and Undercommon because they are not adventurer types. No, they won't speak common. No. None
Do
of
they
them
speak do any of our lot speak Undercommon?
I don't believe so. You speak Snurfneblin though.
Oh, of course.
Do they speak Gnomish, the broader Gnomish?
They have a level of understanding of it because the languages are similar, right? Gnomish and
Yeah.
Deep Gnome, they have an understanding, like a Portuguese person understands Spanish, but it's different, but they'll understand it.
So Darrow speaks Gnome.
Mm-hmm. So you could have the most basic conversation with them, yeah?
Yeah.
Sninkeroo can speak fluently with them, the rest of you, no.
Fair enough. I'll ask Darrow if it's okay to outfit them from the Durga and Drow, and suggest we loot them.
It will be a bit big for them, but anything they can use.
Weapons, etc.
Yeah.
You're gonna try and get
Okay,
them.
shall we get some... well, Olgrim will be busy looting the Bulette.
Right, so by looting the Bulette, do you mean actually taking off chunks of its armour?
Well, while everybody else is looting the other bodies, then yes.
So it's going to take some time, but you... now you said you were going to rest, but you're not going to rest here. Now
No.
the taking off of the armour, the actual harvesting of the armour is not going to be a quick thing.
Well, we can always leave it. Anything that eats it isn't going to eat the armour.
You may have to come back to it after a rest. It's going to take some time
Yeah.
to crack all that
Okay.
off, yeah. I mean, it's half
Under
cracked
dark
already,
knowledge.
to be fair.
Under dark knowledge, how edible is Bulette?
Edible.
I mean, shark steaks, good. In that case, I suggest we cut some steaks from the Bulette before we go.
You can easily cut some steaks from the underside of it before you go, yes. Taking off the carapace is different. But cutting some meat off?
I mean...
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that Charlemagne would love some.
Yeah, I was just thinking that he's probably got a couple of little extra pockets in his saddlebag thing that he could store some in.
Now, Snenkinuk's Underdark palate would actually be used to it. You could eat something like Bulette cooked. The rest of you might find it very strange.
Well, we've got to feed our comrades on the way back.
Sorry, somebody was asking me something else there.
How many drow were in this chamber?
I threw away the bit of paper with it on, but it was a lot, like 18. Something like that.
18 drow, or was it 18 drow and Durga?
Why do I always do this? There was half a dozen Durga and 12 drow. Something like that.
Right. So drow killed up to 20. It's a good start.
Those are rough numbers. You're not going to be carrying all their swords and armour anyway, so it's not going to matter.
It is. It's my personal count of how many drow I've been involved in killing.
There was a dozen drow and about half a dozen Durga. Do you know what the problem is? I keep the notes of how many there is until after I do the XP, and then I throw the notes away. I'll have to remember not to do that.
Okay, so looting the drow and the Durga. Has anybody got a detect magic? Put all the stuff in a heap and sort out the magic stuff.
I'm sure Eleanor can do a detect magic.
It's level 1 priest spell, isn't it?
I can, but the question is, does anyone need healing?
Don't think so,
Yes.
you know.
Yes. Schninkinuk does.
Sninkinuk does, yeah. Sninkinuk.
Suppose we better do that first.
Sninkinuk's the only one, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sninkinuk's the only one. Okay. Do you want to roll some healing spells for him?
The way.
Well, are you doing that here, or are you moving somewhere first?
Well, I'd suggest we move somewhere first.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Right.
let's first of all loot the bodies. I'll keep the keys.
think
Sort out what's magic.
before we
Just,
I think before we
Sorry?
do anything else, we should cure you.
well, you can do that while I'm kind of unlocking people, etc. Can't you?
Yep.
Alright, give me some healing magic first and then Canuck then.
All healing great.
Right, who's doing that then? One from Eleonora.
Okay, you do one first, then me.
He's 12 down, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 12 down.
Well down. Yep.
Right. So we just need a just roll a d8. Seven.
Pretty solid
Ooh.
roll, yep.
Love
Eric
it.
Thram likes you.
He's up to 29, he's only
Uh,
5 down.
It's worth another one, I suppose, especially as we're going to be resting up.
Well, depends. Is it going to be
Oh.
5 turns before we get into combat again?
Rulgor, you have a go.
Oh, you're letting the new guy do some healing. Nice. Get involved, Brugor, I like it. Good point, Stinkynook. You have a ring of regeneration. In 50 minutes, you will be back to full hit points.
Yeah, but I want to tell Rulgor to...
You're going to teach him. You're teaching him the basics. Yeah, after a fight, we heal Stinkynook so he doesn't die again. Stinkynook is
So,
squishy. Save half your healing spells for him.
Hold on. So it's that
Yeah,
screen I want.
Yes.
It's not that squishy.
Well,
And
these aren't normally found in the front rank, though.
Oh, unlucky with that roll.
Rulgor needs more practice.
So you're up to 30 hit
Oh
points.
well, it's 10 minutes less.
I'm up
It's
to
10
30,
minutes
yeah.
less before he gets to.
There you go, I've added it
Yep.
for you.
Before he
And-
gets.
And Rulgor, you do the detect magic.
Okay,
You
so,
have practice at that.
okay.
Yes, give him some practice.
So you gather again in a heap all the armor weapons of the Durgar and Drow, right? So none of the Durgar have any magical weapons or armor. All the Drow do. Again, a Drow warrior is armed with... 2 seconds, that's the wrong sheet. Each Drow warrior is armed with... ooh. Is that... Yeah, it's... So you've got... Each Drow short sword is a +1. Well, sorry. Each Drow short sword detects as magic, each Drow dagger detects as magic, and each Drow hand crossbow detects as magic. And all of the Drow have one of each. The leaders, their ones glow brighter. You got a big pile of... Oh yeah, and all their armor as well.
So it's Drow, Elven Chain.
Drow Elven Chain. With 2 sets of it being particularly fancy again, like the one that Anna McCar's currently wearing. And Kiara, I think you put the Drow stuff on as well, didn't you?
Did I?
I think so, because it's
I've got
better than
Elven
yours.
Chain.
Yeah,
Kiara has Drow Elven Chain
Yeah,
+3.
because it's +3, the Drow stuff.
And she's got the last lot of Drow daggers, which are magical.
So there's a bunch of...
Then yeah.
There's a
Yes, I
bunch of
did.
daggers, short swords, hand crossbows that are all detecting as magic, and all their armor as well.
Okay, bucklers.
Yeah, the bucklers aren't magical.
Okie doke.
Well,
But
depending on...
well, I'll check
Depend-
with the Swerf Neblin what actually fits, what they want to take.
Well, they can all wield. I mean, none of them are warriors, so none of them will be proficient. They'll all have the minuses to attack. They're all commoners.
Ah, right. Okay, so
So it doesn't matter what weapon they use, they're going to suffer penalties from it.
yeah. But
Let's
if they
say
take something for defense,
because they're commoners and they're Snurf Neblin, I would say that they can use a pick at half the normal penalty. because they're miners and they've been
In that
slave
case-
miners, so they can, and they're all carrying a pick each as well. They all already carrying a pick, and I would say that they can use that at minus half whatever the normal penalty for a what's the penalty for a commoner to use a non-proficient weapon? It'll be -5 like a mage, won't it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I guess
So-
so.
So I would make that -5 or -3 for pickaxes because they're miners.
Okay. But what's the damage for a pickaxe?
I believe 1d6 or something similar. It's in the book somewhere. I can look that up. Let me look that up. Right, weapons. Pick.
You're right here.
Footman's pick. 1d6 plus 1 and 2d4 actually. It's 1d6 plus 1 on
Something's gone down.
small to medium, and it's 1
Oh, wrong hole.
and it's 2d4 on. But that's a footman's pick. That's a weapon. Let's say these are normal
It's a weapon,
pickaxes.
not-
These aren't weapons. These are built for mining.
I mean, I normally run it's
I-
basically an improvised.
I would call it
weapon, so
1d4 at
it's
best.
minuses to hit.
I would call
And
it
it's also
1d4 at
minuses
best.
to hit because it's unwieldy.
Yeah, well they're at -3 anyway. I'm not going to make that any worse. But it's only, let's say they're only 1d4 damage as well. So I
That's
have
fine.
a character sheet for the Snurfneblin. What I could do is if I could real quickly add a pick to their character sheet. Oh, I've got a pick here already on their character sheet. That was clever. Just need to change the damage. I've got a weapon speed for it. Now these guys have got a standard Snurfneblin has a THAC0 of 17. A standard Snurfneblin is proficient with a pick. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. So there is no minus on their attack. But because they are not warriors picks, they are miners picks, the damage is only 1d4. So they're proficient. In fact, they've got a THAC0 of 17. But the damage is 1d4 both ways.
Okay. And well, I'd suggest, you know, we can't take too much. If we take the 2 good lots of elven chain,
The plus, the
Yeah.
-3s, yeah. The obvious better sets.
Yep.
Alright.
I think we should take all the drow daggers because Kiara will have an endless supply of throwing daggers
She will actually, yeah.
when we get her
Which you can see.
unblinded. Yep. And it would be sensible to take the hand crossbows. Yes, the Sverfnebbin will be -5 with them, but 12 crossbows fired at -5 is still going to get the occasional 20 every so often.
Let me just quickly look at a Snurfneblin in the Monstrous Manual.
The occasional lucky shot, you mean?
Yeah.
Gnome. Is it listed under Gnome?
Yep.
Yeah.
Under gnome,
Sverfneblin.
Sverfneblin.
Combat. So they're not wearing their armor, so I can ignore that.
Yep.
They're magic resistant. They're typically armed with a pick and a dagger. No, okay, so I can ignore that. I can ignore that. So they're just proficient with the picks then. That's fine. They're proficient with these picks, but they're 1d4 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Shame I'm not immune to illusions, phantasms, and hallucinations.
So you're gonna arm them with
Well,
hand crossbows as
well,
well
they-
as the picks.
Yeah.
Okay, well I'll add a hand crossbow to the sheet then.
Yeah. And if we take the 2 good short swords, the 2 good chain, and all the daggers.
Now they only get a -2 penalty because they're considered fighters, because they've got a THAC of 17, so they can have on a +1 crossbow. It'll only be a -1.
Hmm.
and it's
Yeah.
still +1 on damage. Deco 17. And I know
And
that.
two of the crossbows are better, aren't they?
Yeah. Let me check that. Hand crossbow plus. No, they're not. No, all the hand crossbows are just +1. Sorry.
Okay. Fine. Well, we'll just take them along.
Yeah.
So and
Okay,
the damage on one is 1d3 and 1d2, and the range is right. Hang on, I'll just fill this in. 1d3, 1d2.
And if they're not trained fighters, then the bucklers won't be any use.
Yep, and the range is. I'm not your average Snuff Rebel is a trained fighter according to the Monstrous Manual.
Yeah.
2046.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, we'll take the bucklers along as well. Oh, hang on. No, the bucklers won't be any use if they're in hand-to-hand combat because they're using a pick, which is a two-handed weapon.
Yep. Wait, two.
Fine. So we'll leave the bucklers behind as well.
I'll drop them down the hole.
Okay, so I have.
They'll come back. It's a bit of an effort.
Okay, so I've equipped the Snurf Leblin on their character sheets with the hand crossbows.
Yeah.
I will encourage Kiara. You know, the boss will get you your sight back, lass. Don't worry. And we've got you an endless supply of throwing daggers now. Once you're back on your feet.
Be throwing them around. I say she's better hope I get my sight back to be throwing them around.
Oh yeah, don't worry, lass. The boss is great at this sort of thing. He'll get your sight back.
Get good at ducking, guys. Get good at ducking.
Right.
It's handfuls of daggers hurled in all directions.
Just slinging them. Bing, 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 duck, guys. So you have with you 3 Snurf Neblin, Shoulder Metal Loader,
Okay.
Zandrand Nugget Neck, Cool Triddled Crystal Searcher. And you've armed them.
Yep.
And they're going to show you where they think their friends will be hiding.
Okay,
Right, yeah.
I will be going up front with them and keeping an eye out for drow, etc.
Okay, let me just see if I've got a blank map. Yeah, this one I'll do. So,
Well, I'll ask what they were digging up and why. Did the drow say what they were digging?
precious gems.
All right. Well, let's take what you've got so far as well.
Yeah, okay, so you have a bag of precious gems now. To make this easier, I'm gonna just
Didn't
move
be
everyone
uncut
like
ones,
this.
but still worth money.
That should be everyone. I'm gonna pull you to another map. This is just an empty
Suppose those
Underdark
drow
map.
had any-
We'll
I don't
call
suppose those
this.
drow had any potions. No.
They didn't, no. No.
Was there anything worth taking on those spider things?
The
Kiara
spiders
might
don't
be
have anything on them.
blind. She definitely heard you saying gems, precious gems.
Oh yeah, there was a bag of precious gems.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't
But they're
worry,
uncut ones, not shiny ones.
I've put
Sneaky
you on.
Look made sure we picked them up.
You should have moved to a new map. Now this is where they said their friends would be hiding. I don't know why that's there. And you meet the rest of the crew. So let's see, the last 3 on my list are dead. I have names for all of them. They're named Zintred Lump Brusher, Baglak Lapis Grasper, Shellkick Ore Searcher, Kerdrol Crystal Lair, Snegnuk Alabaster Caesar, Grertat Steelbreaker, Grindig Gravelhand, Beldick Rubblebear, Snotet Iron Gatherer, Mignald Pellet Finder, Kuthredi Gemfist, and Nascale Crystal Eyes. And they'll tell you that their 3 friends that died were named Grertrad Bronzetooth, Snoogie Tile Brusher, and Enki Dirt Collector. thank Barrack
You
Thram
really
for,
went
for
and
name
named
for
every
name.
single one of them.
No, a name generator that I found online did. Praise Barrack Thram
Right.
for name generators. No, I never sat and made up 18 Snurfneblin names. No, a generator did that. But they all have
I
names.
shall.
I'm just giving myself some work because I'll need to
I'll-
put them in the wiki later.
And those
I'll-
names and
Yeah.
the surnames are presumably all in Deep Gnome.
Yeah, these are the common versions of. Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When I do that sort of thing, I try and make sure that the first names are alphabetical, so I can say A, B, C, D, etc.
So have you now got?
Anyway, I shall.
Have you now
I
got
shall
them? Are
greet them.
we going to say that you pulled
Yes,
all the
run
hand
that.
crossbows and you're gonna arm all of them?
Yeah. Well, we've only got 12 hand crossbows, and there's 15 of them, aren't there?
There is 15 of them, yes. But you
Give
had
some of them
you
some
had the
more.
hand crossbows from earlier. What did you do with them? Did you get rid of them?
Can you not give some of them some dark?
According to my list, they were given to the dwarves. The drow bucklers, the hand crossbows, and most of the drow short swords were given to the dwarves.
They are
and
proficient in
return,
darts,
They gave
Gareth.
me that studded leather.
So Snurfneblin, just an NPC Snurfneblin like this, just like the proficient in pick, they are proficient in dart also. If these were
Yeah,
encountered,
fling the other three some darts, like.
yeah. Have we got some spare darts in the party loot, or are you gonna have to give them? I think you might have all the darts.
Well, did Stinky not just say that I had like an endless supply?
No, daggers.
No,
There loads of daggers.
Oh, daggers.
Throwing
My bad.
daggers.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Scrap that whole last minute of speech.
Okay, well, we will give them the 12 hand crossbows between them. They've got their picks. Can any of them use the 2 short swords?
Not proficiently.
Okay, fine. In that case, pick and hand crossbow.
So they're all armed with pick, and
And-
all but 3 are armed with hand crossbow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
And
gonna
I
give me
suggest a battle chat with Darrow, because it sounds to me like that Durga and his scum are going round all the Sverfneblin towns and capturing their inhabitants for use as slaves and freeing up their own men as troops. So I'd suggest we take a trip down that side road and see if we can catch him there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Head
go
towards
the other
Glimmer
way
Mine, I
around-
think.
Go the other way around the lake.
Yeah. Head towards Glimmer Mine, and because we'll probably catch them coming the other way.
Pull you back on that
Where's
map
that?
while you're discussing
Yeah.
it then.
Yeah.
I literally just nudged my mouse with my elbow as that map changed. I was like, oh fuck, what have I done?
Do you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to make this little bit of road map layer. There we go. So you guys are down
right.
on that little bit now.
Yeah.
Except we can't see it.
Have I not moved you guys? Yeah, I have. Let me shift ping you.
But we're so bunched up on that little thing.
Yeah.
It might be an idea to move our tokens up to the GM layer and just have one
Mhm.
little token to represent us.
Yeah, do you know what's
The
easier?
name-
Because all the names are getting in the way.
There we go.
So if you just use Darrow's token, yeah, that way we can tell where we are. So
Right.
we've got to get past Blue Water, unless they know a way to get to the road to Rubyhold without going through Blue Water.
Now here's
Because the road to Rubyhold goes up to the north.
Yeah. Now, the only other road where you could get to Rubyhold, and I'm going to have to do some drawing on the map, and I'm going to have to do some revealing, but he's going to tell you about an old road that the Snurfneblin know about, and that no one else knows about. This is another secret Snurfneblin road. So let me just reveal areas, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a road between Vinxella, Rubyhold, or between the Great Lakes and Rockcombe. It comes out just near Rockcombe. In fact, it is something like And I'm gonna
If
have
we
to
go all the way around
over.
that way, then we probably won't catch them, will we?
No. The question is,
Yeah, right.
what's at Blue Water? Can we sneak through there, or are we gonna have to fight our way through there?
Gareth's just rolling her eyes at
Well,
anybody
we
talking
thought-
about another hidden road. So
I
not
think
another
we-
one.
Yeah.
I think we
Always.
thought initially that this Durga was at Blue Water, didn't we?
Yes, but you've just heard that he's here
Yeah.
and here.
We hit Ruby Hold and
Think so.
Vexilla.
Last you've
So
heard
how
of him,
long
he was
ago did
there.
he- How long ago did he hit Ruby Hold?
Well, it takes how many days to march up here? Now, they would have been marched. So...
If we take that secret road and then go past Ruby Hold and head towards the Glimmer Mines, if we're lucky, we'll catch them. But
So that's a full day's marching. They've been like 2 days marched up there because they were way up there, yeah. So 2 days they've been marching up there, yeah. So he was.
That's 2 days.
He was
Hang
at
on, that's
Vexilla 2 days ago.
march. Okay, 3 days ago, because he said he'd been here a day.
3 days ago, yes.
So 3 days ago they hit Vexilla. How long before that did they hit Ruby Hold?
Same day. Or we think it was the same day because the Snurf Neblin arrived just several hours later. Like, if the first guys arrived in the morning, the second guys arrived later in the evening. So the same day. So it's like he's hit the 2 towns in the one day.
In which case, the following day they probably hit Deep Lake and Copper Hall in one go, and then the day after that they'd go for Glimmermere.
Yep. So there,
So in that
by
case,
your logic, they're probably
so-
hitting Glimmer Mines by now.
yes, exactly. And therefore, if we get through Blue Water, we would probably meet them on the way back on the road.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have time to go back up to here and then down that road.
Nope.
So
not
I
if they're
think we have
moving
to
that
go.
quickly.
I think we have to go through Blue Water, hope the Durga's not there, and then hit them, and hope that we can then hit him on the way back here. Unless he kind of comes out and turns right and goes down to Darkwater.
So, what you know of Blue Water is that it used to be a settlement and it hasn't been for decades, but it is now a military outpost used by this Slayer. So that's where you were expecting him to be found. That's where the base of operations for this war against Rockholm is. So, even if he's not there, you don't expect to find the place empty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll have to fight our way through.
They'll probably have taken a lot of their troops away, though, won't they?
You may not
If
have
they're
to fight your
raiding.
way through, you might be able to sneak your way through, but if you get your timing right, he won't be there. And you'll be able to get past it, and then you're going to meet him on the way back.
That's the hunt.
Potentially with his force, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 battles weakened.
And also split up guarding prisoners.
And split up guarding prisoners, taking them back and forward, yeah.
That's what we're hoping. Anyway, so
So you might have a chance to get
that's the
part of his
suggestion.
army disrupted here. You
Darren?
might get a chance to get in behind him.
So, Darrow, what do you reckon? Apart from getting a good night's sleep and
we've got to
curing
get
Kiara's
Kiara.
dark-
We've got
Yeah,
to
we
get
need a good night's
Kiara
sleep.
able to see.
Yeah, we need a good night's sleep and cure Kiara's blindness. But then what do we do?
Yeah.
Apart from starting a fire and cooking these steaks, I'm sure that my fellow Sir Sneblin could do with a good meal.
And do they want to come with us or go round the long way, hoping to find it clear of Durga?
They would want to go with you for the protection. They don't know what's going to be left of the other 3 towns. They may have no
It might
home
be a
to go
handy
to.
little army for us, like.
It's gonna give me some work. I'm gonna have to like start them up properly now.
We've got minions. We now have minions.
You have got a little minion army of 12 guys, yeah.
They
Was it-
are not minions. They are
No,
3
15
Smurf
guys.
Neblin.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that was out of character. Kiara would never have said that. She
What we
remembers that
have
part. Kiara
what
wants
we
to go
have
the battle way
is
to fight them all.
extra eyes for Night Watch.
You've got extra Underdark expert eyes, that's what you've got.
Yes.
And 12 blindnesses.
Yep, they can all cast blindness. So your standard Snurf Neblin, your monster manual Snurf Neblin has that ability. Can do that.
Yeah.
They've got 3.
Yeah.
They get 3 hit dice. They are Teco 17. After a rest, these guys are going to get more hit points. I've got these guys all currently sitting on like half hit points. After a rest, well, they'll all get +1, but they've all got a higher max. I mean, if
We're going to put some yours into that.
if Eleonora and Darrow have a bunch of spells, then most of them can get pretty much
Yes.
to full hit points. Yeah. Let's go to the fridge.
So I've got all my first level spells. And in fact,
Eleonora's
basically,
got all but one.
yeah, I've got all my first, all my second.
We can probably give them a cure each, can't we?
How many is that
Yeah.
in total? I'm going to go back to that map.
Well, maybe not one each, but pretty much. Or do the
How many of
most
them are
stinking
there?
ones.
There are 15.
15.
Let me look at my character sheet again.
Oh, they've got
There
actually.
are-
They're not all dinged up, sorry. Some of them are dinged up. So, you could probably get most of them back to full hit
there's
points.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spells left.
2.
You have 9 spells left. I think you've got the same number of spells as me. Check.
Yeah, quite a lot. Yeah,
Only
lots of second levels.
only
first
4 of them
levels.
are actually injured. So,
Oh,
So
Yeah. so I'm going to let you get them all back to with your heal spells. I'll let you get them all back to full hit points.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So we have a hot meal of land shark. The Surf Neblin are back to normal. I shall break out. Hang on a second.
Mushroom.
I know what's coming here. Something
I shall
mushroom
break
flavoured.
out my 2 bottles of mushroom wine.
Oh, we're having a wee
And
Underdark party.
I shall give them each a half glass of mushroom wine to celebrate their
The freedom. Okay.
Yay.
They don't have a leader. They kind of look to you, Snikerook, and one of them will say, "Any, do you have a toast, a word for our fallen kin?"
I shall say the traditional Surf Neblin words for those who fell in battle.
Those
They
were
were battling slavery, and
Gurtrad Bronzetooth, Snoogatail Brusher, and Enkidur Collector were the deceased.
okay. I shall say the farewell words for them. I shall wish them well on their trek through the rock to the afterlife, where they will work with the gods to polish the rubies for the settings of their ceremonial weapons.
Beautiful. So
And I am now out of wine.
oh, did you finish your wine with these guys?
Oh, that was 2 bottles. That was the only 2 bottles I had left.
Yeah, by the time they have a wee glass each, that's it gone. Yeah.
What were
Exactly.
they caused though?
Yeah.
Oh yes, that's why I did it.
So, you guys are going to camp for the night, so does that mean a fire down here or what?
Well, we had I mean, as long as it's concealed, we will have a fire to cook the.
What's this
What do you-
jellyfish-looking motherfucker at the bottom of the screen, by the way?
These are all mushrooms. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yes.
This way here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, these are just cool Underdark decals. This is all just map. Don't worry. None of this is dangerous yet.
You remember, I've only recently upgraded 1, my monitor, and 2, these maps are sick, and I am no longer on my little dying notebook. I'm on my PC.
These maps, I got
Oh.
about 45 different maps and about 100 different mushrooms for about £8. It was a bargain, this set. Like, shout out to the artist, whoever you are.
Kiara would have been asking Sninkinook or whoever, she'd have had some, like, nice, edible, non-killing mushrooms collected up. Just could somebody keep me a bag of them while we're down here.
Well, we'll heat up some rocks in the fire when we're cooking, and then use those rocks for heat for the humans overnight. But I think douse the fire overnight so that it doesn't interfere with the night vision.
Is it cold in the Underdark?
Thing is, to even have a fire, you're going to have to make sure that you are in a ventilated place. There may not be a hole in the roof. You might not be able to have a fire here, actually.
Can someone not cast magic, a magic kind of fire?
You can do magical
Well,
light,
if
no
need
problem.
be, Andromachar's still got a spell left. He can cast another of those flaming spears.
That's what I was
can't he?
just thinking. Magical fire surely counts.
You could heat up
I've
some
only
rocks.
got one of those.
Yeah, you could heat up some rocks pretty quick with one of them. But, I mean, it's quite cold in the Underdark, but I'm not going to give you any penalties for fatigue or anything if you go one night without a fire.
Assume we've got cloaks
Yeah,
and all
but
that
we
sort of
have-
stuff with us,
You all
surely.
have blankets and things, that's the thing, yeah. Or if you want to
So we
cook,
knew
you'll
we
need
were
some
gonna
sort
be
of fire, yeah.
Sleeping down here.
Okay.
I mean, it won't be any colder during the night than during the day, will it?
Kiara's used to
Does
sleeping
anything
under
happen
the...
during the
under
night?
the
Do we need to sort out watches, etc., or is
Yeah.
everything okay?
No, you can do watches because you are in the Underdark, in the middle of a war. You're definitely getting random encounter chances when you rest. I have to. I wouldn't be a proper GM if I didn't do a chance. Like,
Are we going to have 4 watches? Because we've
We're-
got quite a lot of eyes.
Yeah, they'll be able to split themselves up into like whatever, I don't know, like even 3s or something, and come and watches with us.
yeah, you're gonna have
One
big.
of us.
You could have
There's
fairly
a
big
lot of
groups
us
to.
now, like.
Yeah, you could have fairly big groups to watch.
Oh, yeah.
We can have 4 lots of Svirfneblin, because we've got one of our own, that makes 16. And then split
Yeah.
the rest of us up between them.
So how many shifts? How many? What are you splitting the night into?
Well, I
having
was just
4
thinking
or
we could
3?
even. We could,
4, I
well,
think, don't you?
how many of
4.
us is
You
There
are
are
8 and a bear, I think.
Wait, well, I don't count, but 8 at the bear.
Yeah.
You could technically do like, we could do like fucking an hour watch
You're not watching
each,
nothing.
and then everybody gets a very long sleep.
You can watch
You
the
know what
back
I mean?
of your eyelids.
If everybody does an hour's watch with like some of the little snurf
Yeah,
birds
you can do very short watches, yeah, and everybody's getting a full night's rest.
because
And-
the
Rest.
spellcasters need more rest than the others.
You can all get a full
Well,
night's
yeah, this
rest.
gives us more rest though. If they've only got an hour watch, you know what I mean?
Kiara's not going for a watch anyway.
No,
Not without any
obviously.
eyes.
Well, if we have 5 watchers and we can have 3 Svirfneblin on each watch with 1 person,
With
and then
with their
on one of the
familiarity
watches,
and
we
with their
have another
dark
one.
vision and yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm going to reduce your chances of random encounters because of the Svirfneblin's familiarity with the area, because of their dark vision, because of their invisibility abilities, because of several things. I'm going to reduce the chance of an encounter through the night, and I'm going to roll your D100 right now. You pray for high. Oh, you're sound. I was giving you a 25% chance. That was me being generous. It was 50 before you had all these sniff rebelling extra eyes. You had a 50% chance, and I reduced it to 25. And I rolled 90 something, so you're all good. Well, I rolled 93. There's nothing happens through the night. You manage to rest up for the night. Everyone would naturally heal 1 hit point, but none of you are injured. Sninkynook, your ring of regeneration will take you back up to full health.
Refill Adam.
You wake up in the morning.
Okay.
It's the next day.
Darrow will have another go.
2 seconds.
Go on, boss.
Before you do 2 seconds before you do anything. I need to just check the calendar and the date. So it's Tower Day. The day after Moon Day is Tower Day. So it is Tower Day, the 12th of Firemoot, which makes it 27 days to court. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Darrow is having another go.
Good luck. So this
Boss,
is
you can do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
so this is the spell magic on Kiara. Is that a success?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Hey, Kiara can see.
I can see. Where's the daylight? Oh.
Now, your other attempts were done in battle, Darrow, so all of those attempts are counting towards your XP, by the way. So, make note.
Thank you, Darrow.
Cara, you can see. And when your vision comes back, you see a bear standing, like, it's not standing, but it's kind of on its haunches, like, just, like, extra aware, like it's not slept. It's just been right next to you with its eyes constantly looking around the whole time. So yeah, just for flavour, the bear didn't sleep. Kiara got a full night's rest. That bear did not sleep. That bear just sat next to her that whole night. You all saw it just sitting there, not sleeping.
Oh bless. I would cuddle him in and I would tell him he could rest till we left now.
Okay, so Tower Day, the 12th of Firemoot. 27 days to court.
27 now.
27.
Forgot all about that.
Alright.
Well, it's a minor nuisance compared with dealing with the drow.
What's the plan?
Great guy. Or
The plan is to head down the road to Blue Water and see whether we can sneak through or whether we have to fight our way through.
So, we switch maps again for a second then, troops. That underground one doesn't take long to load up, does it? It's not bad.
No,
it's fine.
it's quick.
Yeah, cool. I'll try and keep
Well,
it.
most of it's black.
I'll try and keep it not too bad. So you are here, right? So you spend a couple of hours traveling through the Underdark, Sninkynook, scouting ahead, and Sninkynook, you're constantly going to be rolling. We're not going to do it constantly, but be doing hiding shadows and move silently. So I want you to make rolls for hide in shadows and move silently.
Okay, anything but a 20. Ooh, close, but
So,
made it.
with that success on both, that'll bring me to my next scene. So I'm switching maps again, sorry guys. That'll bring us to here. First, I'm going to grab all your tokens. In fact, no, there's no need. Because I'll just put Sninkynook's token on this one for now. But I will move you all to it. You all see that map, right?
Hold on. So this is black. Oh wait. Little tunnel with a ladder, aye.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
I've got two different speeches prepared. One for if you failed that and one for if you made it, Sninkynook. So, this is the one for you made it.
Can I see further? Can I see further?
No, because of this in front of you.
That's a wall with a ladder.
It's a wall
on
with
it,
a ladder
isn't
going
it?
up. Yeah.
Ah.
So, no, you can't see any further. But you will see little hints of, in fact, if I can just get into the GM layer for a second. Now, I've made it very black to make it harder for you to see things, but if I could find the right token. There's one, that'll do. And I'll bring him to the token layer to represent a Durgar. So you see him maybe peeking over the edge. But you see up there, you will see, I'll give you a little bit of vision later, but you'll see a little bit and you'll see some Durgar. I'm going to read the passage that I prepared. So, in the shadowy recesses of the Underdark, where even the faintest whisper can betray one's presence, Sninkinook, or Snurfneblin Stalker, moves with unparalleled grace and stealth. His diminutive. Why do I write them with such fancy words that I can't even say when I'm trying to speak them out loud? I'm very good at writing them, no saying them. His diminutive form, barely visible amidst the rocky terrain, blends seamlessly with the darkness that envelops the cavernous labyrinth. With eyes sharp as flint and senses finely attuned to the subtlest vibrations of the earth, Sninkinook prowls the tunnels with the silent determination of a predator on the hunt. As he ventures deeper into the twisting passages of the Underdark, Sninkinook's keen senses catch a faint echo in the distance, a telltale sign of movement amidst the shadows. Pausing in his tracks, he presses himself against the cool stone wall, his breath held in anticipation. With a cautious glance around the corner, he beholds a sight that sends a shiver down his spine. Before him, a Durgar raiding party emerges from the darkness, their forms looming large and menacing against the faint glow of bioluminescent fungi. Clad in a darkened armour and mounted atop their fearsome steeders, they move with a sense of purpose that sends a chill down Sninkinook's spine. His heart pounding in his chest, the Snurfneblin Stalker knows what he stumbled on, a force to be reckoned with in the depths below. And I'll reveal the map.
So there's leaders up there.
Yep, and I'll reveal a little bit of the map.
We don't like them.
And by revealing a little bit of the map, what I'm doing is I'm showing the viewers. Because they're all still on the GM layer, you're not seeing this, just the viewers are. Haha.
We're seeing the map go away though.
You're seeing the map, yeah. But
Yeah.
all the bad guys are on the GM layer, so you shouldn't see them. But I just want to give the viewers a little glimpse of what they're in for in the next episode.
Only we had a fireball.
And I'm going to watch this on YouTube before the next one and see them all.
Why am I
I
not?
shall
We have a wand of
return
fireballs.
and tell the boss and the rest of the group what I've seen.
Checking they're all on the right layer and in the right place.
So I can see them all.
There we go.
That's what we do, boys.
So,
What's it on YouTube?
I haven't got a wand of fireballs. Pity, really.
We can be ready to receive them. if
That's
they come.
Gareth got her sight back.
so the rest
She's
of
got
you,
her sight back.
the rest of you are a little ways behind. Sninkinook is pressed up against the wall, and he peeks round the corner and he sees up just over the edge of his vision coming over. He sees and he hears a Durgar raiding party mounted on their dangerous steeders, and that's where we'll leave it until the next session.
I was just about to say, depending how many bad guys are there, there's no... I know we're good, but we've got 20 minutes.
No, that's where we'll leave it until the next session. We'll pick that up next time. So, in 2 weeks, folks.
Hey.
Well done, everybody. Brilgor should
Alright.
probably level up for the next one.
Who?
Oh, yeah.
Brilgor.
I don't care about him. He's not one of us.
I think so. I think one of you guys is quite close. I think you might.
I think I should level up.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to look after it.
I think I'm about 500 short of 6th fighter.
That's right, and Bullette's got quite a lot of XP on it, so you could well be leveling up, mate. Yeah, could well be.
Yeah. I need 507.
Ooh, I might even get a look at that tonight.
Well,
I'm quite excited.
nothing. At least I won't be forgetting to report anything back in Discord this time.
Because you didn't see anything
about what I did do or didn't do. Because I did sweet fuck all. Honestly, guys, with DCS, I usually do pages. Here's my notes.
sorry, you were blind for the whole session, Luna?
Well, it's not your fault.
It's always you, eh? You got that.
Kiara's used to it. Yeah, Kiara's used to it. It's like, for fuck's sake.
Kiara's an obvious caster, though. She'll get targeted by the casters. Andy McCar's swinging a sword around. He doesn't look like a caster. So when the smart casters are going, there's a caster, they think of you. They see you. So that's why you're getting hit by spellcasters. Because they think you're the spellcaster. Because they don't see your armour. Well, they don't see his armour either. But they see him swinging a sword about generally. So he doesn't look like he's a mage. He just comes in sneaky with a spell with the other hand while he's stabbing folk. Zorro plus cast, fuck you. That was a fun session, guys. Next one should be fun as well.
Yeah.
Do you want me to take things off the GM later so you can get an idea what you're up against? That will be fun, eh?
No.
No? Well, I'll leave it until next time.
Keep it hidden.
Yeah, sweet.
We've got to figure a way out.
We'll find out.
We've got to figure out either a way to get up to that ledge without getting hammered, or getting them down to our level.
Well,
Yeah, I think we need to get them back because they're going to have the advantage if we're stuck down there. Like,
Should be a fun
If
one.
they're raiding party, they may be coming out this way.
yeah, we wait for them coming to us, I think.
Maybe Snaky Nuke runs back to your safe spot and says, or runs back to the party and says, right, let's move back to somewhere where we can get in behind them. Because if you went back in there and then they went that way, you might be able to sneak in behind them, I suppose. And what I'll do...
Yeah, that's only if they come this way.
What I'll do...
I already said
It's only if they come this way.
For in between sessions, so that you guys can think about tactics, I'll put you on the map. And I will...
Depends whether they're a guard
There
to
you are.
set on this particular location, or whether they are a raiding party.
So, in between
We don't know,
sessions,
do we?
if you want to have a think about tactics, you can see where you are on the map.
And
Well,
we
If they're a raiding party, they wouldn't be going back towards Blue Water. They would be coming towards us.
Yeah, we'll wrap up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll wrap up there,
I think we
guys.
just wait for them. I think we just get battle
Yeah.
ready, wait for them. They'll come down not expecting this front line of
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
badasses.
Yeah, they're so we're not as far as Blue Water yet, so they are probably heading our way, aren't they? They're not
Yeah.
a guard.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll call that a
Yeah.
session then.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice stopping point too.
Nice. Yeah, I'll stop my recording now.
But if we wait until half of them are down the ladder, then the other half won't be able to get at us.
Yeah. But if we go in there, we're going to get like bottlenecked, and then they're going to have the advantage because they're above us. So I think, I
But
think
they won't all be able to get at us. And then
Which
if
is,
it's
of
a narrow
course-
passageway, they can't anyway.
Which is, of course, metagaming because Kiara's advice is, let's go and get up the fucking ladder.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, but
Good
we
job.
don't
We're no longer
necessarily
in the
take your
session, or
advice,
that
do
would be
we?
minus on your XP.
Yeah, we
Right.
don't necessarily take your advice.
Yeah, I know.
Seeing as how you're not a trained warrior.
Right now,
Like what some of us are.
now I'm going to stop recording and wrap it up because I'm putting all that in. That's all going in the video. Now, say goodnight, everybody.
Right.
Right.
guys.
Okay. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, YouTube. See you next week, next
Have a good
fortnight.
week, everybody.
Peace, peace, peace.